The ethical dilemma I chose is ethics of virtue. Ethics of virtue bases ethics on character and position of virtues. This relates to the principle of the golden mean. A good person must do good. Ethics of virtue takes an approach that emphasizes an individual's character as the key elements of ethical thinking. In the future, I plan to be a police officer. As a police officer, there will be many ethical dilemmas in my everyday work life. For example, this is what should happen using ethics of virtue. Hey, hello, ma'am. How are you doing this evening?
Hello, officer.
You were going 78 and a 65. You realize that?
No, I was going 68.
No, ma'am, you weren't. What do you got over there in your seat?
It's not drugs or anything. It's not drugs.
All right, ma'am. I'm gonna have to ask you to get out of the car.
All right, can I be real with you for a second?
Yeah, be real with me, man.
All right. I already have a warrant out for my arrest.
Okay, ma'am.
How does some money sound?
No, ma'am. We're not gonna take bribes, ma'am. Get out of the car, please.
If you don't want my money, you at least want my goods.
No, ma'am. We're not gonna take bribes. Go ahead and step out of the car. You're going to jail. Without ethics, this may happen. A 78 and a 65.
No, officer, I was going 68 in a 65.
You seem to be a little impaired tonight. Are you?
Officer, I would never. I already have a warrant out for my arrest.
Man, what's that over in your seat?
Okay, yeah, that is cocaine.
Okay.
But just, I can't lose my kid. I can't lose everything
All right,
I
man,
have.
I'm gonna have to ask you to step out of the car.
Okay. I don't want to resort to that, but I will. Here's what I made tonight, off my job. All right. Please, just don't say.
All right, ma'am, you hand me the bag over there.
Hand
me that bag. Man, we're just not gonna tell anyone about this, okay?
Can I keep it just a little bit?
No.
Just a little bit.
All right, man. Hey,
just
you have a nice day. Hey,
just a bump.
have a nice day, man.
Now I'm calling you out. What's up? You whip my ass? I'll put them motherfucking handcuffs on my motherfucking self. And that's on the set. Thor. It's gonna be a pleasure beating your bitch ass. My fantasy. Talking.
Another dilemma you may face as a police officer is your corrupt police partner. They might not abide by the law, and they may go by their own code of ethics. As you can see, there are many dilemmas as a police officer. There are times where you may use ethics of virtue. The unethical cop took the bribe and took the cash and cocaine for himself, knowing the woman was desperate to get out of the circumstance that she was in. This went against ethics of virtue. This showed us that the police officer's morals weren't good. This was wrong of the police officer to do. However, using ethics of virtue, the first police officer did not take the sexual temptation or the money bribe. He used his morals and good character. He knew if he took the bribe, this could affect and hurt his future. This could also hurt his reputation. As a police officer, these dilemmas may occur in your everyday life. You must remember, you're always being watched by the public. There are lots of steps in ethical decision making for a police officer. As a police officer, your every move is watched. There are not many other professions that people are held to a higher ethical standard than a police officer. They enforce the law, so people expect them to follow the law. Police officers are held to a higher ethical standard. This means every choice a police officer makes needs to be within boundaries of ethics to show they are abiding by their oath. The steps in ethical decision making have to do with gathering the facts first. After they gather the facts, they need to make a prediction about the future. What will happen in the future if they pick the choice they are going to pick? Will good come out from the choice they are picking? Or could they get in trouble? And what kind of trouble could they get in? After steps 1 and 2. Step 3 is to think about the police officer's feelings. Police officers are humans just like everyone else, and they go home at the end of their shift. They need to think about, how will this affect them? How will this affect their family? How will the decision they make affect their emotional state and well-being? Step 4. Will you be able to explain your reasoning behind the decision you made to the people around you, such as your boss and your family? This means your morals should be straight, and you should be able to explain your ethical judgment in a high, stressful situation that you may be in or have been in. Something valuable I learned in Miss Frost's class was to look at both sides. Your side might not be wrong, but the other side may not be wrong either.